Hi, and welcome back to the. I was going to say the Ruby Tuesday. It is the Ruby Tuesday. It's Chris from Movies and Munchies, and it's the best thing you watched this week. My brain. I was thinking of way too many things there at the same time. My brain was just like frozen. Anyway, welcome
That's
back.
okay.
I'm looking forward to this week's stream because I think we're going to have a lot of fun. The things that we've watched. I also think that our Patreon this week is going to be really interesting because there's been some that our patrons have asked us to review, and I'm going to do my best to be kind, but also, what the heck, guys? Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, one
Come
of
on,
them I'm
dude.
so excited that you watched.
All right, okay.
The other one I had not seen either, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Cool. Okay, so our normal platform, the way we do things every week is we talk about the best things that we watched. If we don't have particularly a lot of good things that week, we will probably have more of the worst things we watched that comes later. Chris will always come back with the movie quote quiz that he does every week, give us the answers and let us know who won, give us a few new ones, and I will ask a stupid question or a stupid pondering question, depending on how you see it. Then we'll get stuck into the best thing we watched, and of course, chat to you guys in the comments as we have questions arise of entertainment medium, anything on food to beverages to the world, politics, and religion. Nothing is off the table because our tangents have always sort of taken us there, Chris.
That's true. That's very true. Yes. I don't think we plan on going that way necessarily, but
yeah, it just kind of comes up depending on what's happening in the zeitgeist of the world. So
very true. Very true.
Yeah. I have changed my camera. I plan on getting a new camera, but for now I'm using this HD web camera, and it probably isn't better than my EOS one. However, I don't have to swap batteries. And
nice.
Wide, so you can see I've been working on my belly. So
hey, round is a shape.
Round is a shape, and I can do more actions, which I'm excited about. I can go to whatever, and exactly, Chris. All the fun.
I love that.
Chris. What are you drinking?
Ruben, I have coffee because it's 8 a.m. here on the West Coast.
Okay.
It rained last night.
Hey,
whoa, crazy. It's going to be like 100 the rest of the week. So I'm
okay. Well, it probably didn't rain as much as it rained here, though.
Oh, did it really rain for you?
It bucketed. Yeah.
Oh, lucky. Dang. Okay. Well, yeah. Hey, we're going to take this as a win. Anytime we don't have sun in August is beautiful.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah.
Okay. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing well. I am doing good. Yeah. I had an interesting week of watching as well. The reviews that I posted this week are all of movies I watched last week.
Yes.
And so I had to watch other stuff
because the reviews you were putting out were like, "Oh, that's quality stuff. I want to see that."
Dude. Yeah, if I could go back to last week, holy crap. Like, I want to watch these movies again. Well, some of them.
Yeah. Okay.
That was not necessarily this week, though.
No, it wasn't.
No.
However, I'm very excited to talk about some of the stuff I watched this week. Let's just say the first half of the week was I was like, why do I do this? Like, what's the point? This stuff is crap. Why are you making me watch this? And our patrons, why are you making me watch this? for the poop and giggles, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. And one movie we did choose specifically to hate watch.
And we did do that. So
yes,
we're talking about that later today. I'm excited to talk about that one, actually.
I am too, actually.
For the nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Anyway, should we say hello to people in the comments?
Yes. Let's see here. I'm going to write down a time code here. And let's see here. Mr. Flickster. Hey, Long time no chat. Welcome. Glad you're here, Chris. That's awesome. Mode, could you recommend a limited series for the weekend? Oh. Okay, give us a little bit. Let us.
Yeah, we'll think about it. I might
Yeah,
have one that
let-
I'm reviewing.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So mode, we'll come back to you. Okay, I'm going to star that one just so that we don't forget.
Oh, Christmas,
Chris,
Chris, you must just be a couple of minutes late because if you go back, you'll notice the amount of space I have. Also, that I'm using a different camera. There will be no battery changes today. Touch wood, because if that happens, we got real issues.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Amy had a suggestion for mode, which is Queen's Gambit.
Nice.
I agree. That was a great
Great
That was a
watch.
great one.
Great
It
one-time story. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in it's on Netflix, so there you go. It's raining a ton in Niagara Falls where Mr. Flickster is. So
Yeah.
lucky you. That's
Still jealous you're in Niagara Falls and that it's raining. 2 for 2. Nice.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Oh gosh. You watch Trap. I think you're more on the side with Ruben than me on this one.
I wasn't a fan. The more I think about it, the more irritated I get. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Niket, hey, how are you? It's good to see you here.
What's up, Niket?
Oh, cool. Okay. Should we wait, we've got some more. Niket is recommending Escape at Dannemora. See, that one I still need to watch because
That is on my list, actually. I've heard very good things.
Yeah, nothing but awesome things.
Nothing but good things, yeah.
From a lot of the comments here. Like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
Watch this.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should do that for next week's watch. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that might be good. Horizons. What is Horizons?
Oh, that's the Western.
Oh, is that Kevin Costner's thing?
Kevin, I presume that's the one you're talking about.
Okay. Chris, let
Horizons
us
Part
know.
1?
Maybe. Yeah,
Unless there's something else called Horizons, which is more than possible.
Yeah, well, this is true. Yeah. Yeah. Yasi, welcome.
Hey,
Glad
Yasi.
you're here. Sweet. Okay. You watch the DNC. Well, there you go. Yes, I watched bits of that too.
What am I missing?
Enjoy it. That's the Democratic National Convention. It was very polar opposite from what the Republican National Convention was. Both of them broadcast live, and
Okay.
the tones were very different.
Were people sleeping?
Trump did during his. Seriously, yeah, he did.
You can't write this stuff, man.
I know.
The
Dude.
comedians are like, oh, I'll give up.
Yeah, no doubt, dude.
Yeah.
Mr. Flickster saying for Trap, you were invested for half of it. That's until your suspension of disbelief got butchered. I think that's what a lot of people. That was even your complaint, right?
Yeah.
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 So okay. Well, we will come back to you all in just a bit, but let's do the movie quote quiz. How about that?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So winners for last week, we got pretty good, actually. Tara Briscoe, Red Comet, Chris Retzlaff, and Nostromo got 2 out of 3. Who hates me for number 1, I guess, because it just didn't get it. So that was great. As always, the answers, though, 21 Jump Street, Free Guy, and White House Down.
Yeah. Those are the 2 I got. But seriously, 21 Jump Street. Is that the remake you're talking about, not the series?
Not the series. No.
You're talking about the movies. Okay.
Yeah, and so the theme was Channing Tatum.
Of course. He's quite popular right now.
Yes. And I got to tell you, like, when I first saw 21 Jump Street, I did not enjoy it.
Really? Okay.
And then I went back to it, and I've gone back to it several times since because it is so funny.
Were you partaking at the time when you were watching it?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it is. Have you watched it recently?
Mm-mm.
It's surprisingly really, really funny. And number 2, while not as good,
Mm.
is still funny also. And then they leave us with all of these trailers for movies that we're never going to get. And it's like, dang it,
I
y'all, you
want to
need
watch
to.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
But
what's
I'm,
funny though, because that's so American, and you're normally like, dude, like,
it is. Well, and I think some of it is because I really enjoyed the Johnny Depp series when it was out. Like I
all
watched it
right,
when
okay.
it came out, you know what I
Mm.
mean? And so this was just that nostalgia bait type of thing, but done in a different way. And as long as you don't take them so seriously, it's great. But then the buddy aspect of it and the friendship aspect of it that grows through it,
Mm.
I really appreciate it. I mean, I it, and that's why it began to grow on me even more. So,
Right. Okay.
yeah. Okay. This week, well, last week, I mean, Channing Tatum, because I had just watched Blink twice, and so he
Mm.
was on my mind. This week, though, I got to tell y'all, this is pure stream of consciousness where this theme came
So we're
from.
getting a bit of insight.
Okay. I don't know why this quote popped into my head. I mean, and it is going to be the first quote, but it did. It just popped into my head, and so I ran
Okay.
with it.
All right.
So there you go. And like I've been doing the last couple weeks, I'm going to put it on the screen so you can all see it as well. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Good. Betray us, and I will fong you until your insides are out, your outsides are in, your entrails will become your extrails. I will rip all the pain, lots of pain.
I can hear the voice.
Do you know it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Number 2. Now, rule 1, no mineral or vegetable, only animals. Rule 2, no make-believe things like, pink dragons and stuff. Now, rule 3, no disappearing. One of my favorite movies. And number 4, ooh, I'm really scared. No, don't. There's a peck here with an acorn pointed at me.
Okay. That's cool. Oh, I like those 3.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Well, you can let us know in the comments, either in the chat or just in when it replays or whatever. But yes, we will. We'll give you the shout out next week if you get all of those. There is a theme to it, so I promise it. Actually, there is something that makes sense. But Ruben, do you have a question for us today?
Yeah, this is just a little fun one. What is the most unexpected, brutal death scene that took you by surprise that you've seen on film? One that you just didn't see coming. And you always like when somebody mentions a film, you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. I don't know. Does that?
So for me, it would be like Meet Joe Black. I don't know. That film's extremely long. It's like 3 hours long. I love Brad Pitt in it. But his death scene at the beginning of that film, I did not see coming. It was brutal and it messed me up. I was like, what the hell?
I don't. You know what? I don't know if I've even seen that.
Meet Joe Black, really?
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
got.
It's when death takes a holiday. That's basically the premise.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. No, I don't think
Okay.
I've seen it. Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know in the comments if there's any death on screen that you weren't expecting that was like far more brutal, surprising than you expected. Those ones that kind of stick in the back of your mind.
Yeah, nobody so far has one, but we will come back to it.
Okay.
Chris was talking about
Horizons.
it was
Yep.
Costner's Horizons.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's on Max now. Nice.
Yeah. And you went
Sorry,
to see
dude.
The Crow. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Had you
even.
come to us, you would have heard us say, "Don't do it."
Yeah.
Just watch the original.
I am surprised though at the number. And it's not a huge number. I've seen 2 people that I follow on YouTube who they just watched the original Crow for the first time.
Oh wow. Okay. Good lord.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, which no shame on that. I was like, wow, that's you missed out
Mm.
because it's a really great one. So, um, Chris, I don't know what. Damn, I don't know what that's.
Yeah, I think that's
um,
damn. The
oh,
last 15 minutes of Alien Romulus are bad. Well, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The last 7 words you wrote are bad, but we all have different opinions.
oh, insulting our audience. What? What? No, a lot of people were disappointed with the
No, I
ending
did
of it.
say in my review that it
Mm,
would split people because
yeah.
it's reminiscent of another film in the Alien franchise that people didn't like because of the ending.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, Quadi, you are not alone in that at all. I think more than half the people, or at least half, you're right, Ruben. It's split half and
Mm,
half at least. That just they liked it, like they were on board with the ending until a certain point, and
yeah,
then went, why?
yeah.
Yeah,
And I went, ooh, and other people went, eh?
yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
yeah, totally. Um, Like, Mr. Flickster, David in Shaun of the Dead. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So
And that was
good.
brutal too.
That was
Yes.
brutal. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You look like a chartered accountant. I am a chartered accountant. Oh, okay. Yutaka. Hey, first off, hey, good to see you.
You took
An alien Romulus ending defender. Okay. Hey, you loved it. Awesome. Yutaka also got to see Strange Darling this weekend, or this week. He and I were chatting, and dude, okay, I'm telling you, knock over people to go get to see this,
okay. I will knock all those grannies over.
dude. Seriously. Throw them out of the way, pick up children, use them as bowling balls to knock other people out. It
All
doesn't
right.
matter. Get your butt and don't watch any trailers.
I
Just
haven't
go
yet. I
see
haven't
it.
yet.
Oh, so good. Mr. Flickster is also an alien defender, Romulus. Enjoyed it too. There we go. Dude, it bothers me when you do that because it looks like you're doing something else.
What?
And yeah,
Is this tall and he lives over there?
yes, he is that. That's exactly.
All right.
Which, have you've seen Kubrick's Doctor Strangelove, right?
Mm, mm.
Mein Führer, I can walk. Just Peter Sellers is outstanding.
He's so
Excuse me for
funny.
just a minute. My chair keeps slumping down, or actually, it's me that keeps slumping down in my chair, and so
All right.
I need to
You're
raise
getting
my chair
really
up.
comfortable.
Yeah, I need to raise my chair up so I scooted away from the chair. There we go.
This is
Okay.
gold. Everybody, clip that and make a music video of it or something. I'll do one too. No, we can just do.
Perfect. Outstanding.
Lumpa,
Oh,
lumpa, dee, doo.
yes. Go to the theater and see Strange Darling. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. You will not be disappointed. And if you are, we cannot be friends. That's how that's going to be right there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. Ruben, should we
Yes.
dive in?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so excited to talk about this.
Okay. You go first then.
Okay. I've somehow managed to hurt my arm here and here. It's like someone bit me.
But
And
not so much here.
no.
Here and here, but not so
No,
much
I'm
here.
very definitely hurt here.
Do you not know the movie I'm quoting?
No.
Okay.
Are we still friends? It's on the edge.
Yes.
It's on the edge.
Yeah, we're teetering there a little bit. Come on. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
what's up? What's your first one? What do you got?
Okay, so I'm late to the party with this one.
Okay.
Most people have done reviews, which is why I didn't put it out on my channel, but I did want to talk about it. I'm about a month late. This film also has the biggest cliffhanger, like the biggest, like seriously. And part 2 is only coming in 3 years. So, with the caveat of that, this film is also so much fun. I'm setting you guys up so you kind of know. So like, I'm not giving you the title. If you took every Hollywood big blockbuster action sci-fi movie and you kind of shoved it all into one film, and then put a every kind of religion in that movie as well, but gave it the stylized Hollywood makings of a Telugu or Indian film, then you would get Kalki 2898 AD, which is the first major blockbuster in a new cinematic universe from India that has just now come out on Netflix and is
Ooh.
also in India on Amazon Prime or just Prime Video. So you can watch it there. It's, dude, like, you know, when they say nobody does movies like that anymore,
Yeah.
we're talking end game cinematic universe, big blockbuster style. We're
Whoa.
talking Snyder in his extra long slow mo ness, and we're talking really fun characters that you love. We're talking some bad sci-fi. We're
Okay.
talking some bad CGI, because that seems to be the way, you know, like with RRR. When we watch that, some of the CG with the animals is iffy, right? But you don't mind
Yeah.
because you
No.
so love the characters and the story. That's
Yeah.
what you get here. But it's literally like Mad Max, I would say Avengers Endgame, all the big blockbuster movies in the cinematic universe world that we've been seeing. It's like India's answer to it. And 100% we're going to, from my perspective, I'm going to have missed loads of religious names and nods, and because there's lots of kind of God names
Mm.
and things. But that doesn't do it a disservice. We didn't miss anything out from understanding the story, just probably the historic, like, of who they are in religious culture. And because it seems very inclusive, there's one bit of dialogue that makes it all inclusive. I think you'll be very entertained by the antagonist, or the
Mm.
hero's journey, where the guy isn't the hero, but you know he's going to become the hero. You have cute robotic AI that is snarky with a dude that is not hero. You have gods that have fallen that have a journey to protect the god that's going to be born. It's like on the scale of big. You don't get much bigger than this. But what they do with this scale is they make it character based. So even though it's big in scale, we're spending a lot of time with characters. I have one negativity, and this is so funny. Like, one major negativity, and it's so funny that it's a negativity, is that there was the perfect moment for a dance number that you normally get.
They didn't do it?
And they started singing, and then it just doesn't happen. And I'm like,
Oh.
are you serious? The one time I wanted one.
Oh, that's a
However,
bummer. But
Chris, you got to watch this. You will
I'm
have
going
so
to. I'm
much
going to
fun
watch
with
it
this film.
today.
Uh,
That's outstanding.
you know, there's believability, but with a film like with guards and sci-fi and, you know, all of that
Yeah.
comes. I would say there is a weakness when it comes to like there's laser fighting, like blaster stuff. I would say Snyder does it better. I felt like, I don't know if it was the sound effects, but it just, there felt like there was no actual oomph with some of the fighting.
Mm.
Like when it impacted, there was no like a
Oh.
reverberation or something like that. It just felt like it was choo choo, and you know, it was, I'm like, okay, that's
I,
weird.
I wonder if that's because, like, in the theater,
Oh yeah, like if you were
it's
in that surround sound, I imagine that
with
wouldn't have been
with
an
all the
issue.
subwoofers that they
Yeah,
have and
exactly.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Gutted I didn't get to see this at the cinema. It didn't play anywhere near me. Otherwise, I would have. But I knew people were talking about this, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gutted that we have to wait 3 years for the next one. But I
Oh,
can understand why, because it's very big in scale. Yeah.
nice. Well, I am going to watch it.
Mm.
Sweet. All right. For me, um, this may not mean much to you. Americans are going to know it more so, but
Okay.
do you know the Scott Peterson, Laci Peterson murder
No idea.
case?
Yeah.
Okay. So 20 years ago, just in Modesto, California, which is not that far from me.
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve, this young pregnant wife went missing. They focused on her. Utaka, the name is called Kalki, Kalki.
Yeah. Kalki 2898 AD.
There you go. But it's the police, the husband, as always, prime suspect. It came out that he was also having an affair, which then made him just more of an a-hole. And so while we watched this play out in real time here, because it was like,
yeah, because it was on the news and stuff, and it's just happening.
Yeah. Huge search for her. 4 months later, her body and the body of their baby washed up in San Francisco Bay on the shore. Yeah. So 4 months later. Okay. So he was then, Scott Peterson was convicted of murder, given the death penalty. Then that was reversed, not the conviction, just the death penalty. So now he's life without the possibility of parole.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he was moved from San Quentin to actually a prison that's even closer to where I live now.
Great.
Yeah, and I remember when I worked, and I was not supposed to do this at all, but when I worked for the Department of Corrections for a little bit, I looked up his case. And so I could see where he was and all the, all the details of his case and everything like that.
Ooh, so he had some real insight.
Yes. Yes. But here's the deal. So watching this play out real time, like so many people, we had believed he was absolutely guilty. I mean, the dude, if you watched his actions and everything, he was cagey. He's not what you would expect, like emotionally and reactionary, which I don't think is fair, because people react differently in all types of situations, right? Now knowing, I mean, I'm 20 years older than I was at that point, and so I'm much more mature. I have more life experience. They were about our age too, a little bit older, but just about our age at the same time. And looking at him now, I wonder, my wife and I both wonder, maybe if he's a little on the spectrum, a tiny bit. We watched a documentary a couple years ago, and the stuff that came out for this was like leads that the police did not follow up on.
Right.
Other angles and stuff, because no joke, I mean, from the very beginning, they were focused on Scott.
Yeah.
And it was, the documentary left doubt. It didn't like go all of a sudden where I'm like, oh, well, he's absolutely innocent. It just made me question, like, wow, did they actually follow up on these things or not?
Right. Yeah.
Well, so now flash forward to current times.
Yeah. 20 years later.
Yeah. There's this, this group in the United States called the Innocence Project. And what they do is they take on cases very rarely when they believe that somebody actually is innocent, that they were wrongly convicted or something. And so they took on Scott Peterson's case.
Wow.
Well, so last week, maybe within the last 2 weeks, Netflix released a documentary, and it is called American Murder, Laci Peterson.
Yeah. And
it's a three episode series. We watched it, and it feels okay. I'm not saying this is the motivation, but I'm telling you what it felt like just watching it. Is that it felt like it was a piece put out by the state or backed by the police or something to counteract the Innocence Project.
Yuck.
The cops, their conversations, the interviews that we have with the cops, it was very infuriating, because like there's so much hubris in it. Like we never made any mistakes. We didn't follow up on that. We weren't going to follow up on that. And you're like, why not? That
Yeah.
seems like you would, and then you hear like, well, we discounted these eyewitness accounts because people don't remember things. But we took this eyewitness's account because people remember things. And you're like, wait, time out. What?
That
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, though, this week on Peacock was another documentary, Face to Face with Scott Peterson. Now, this one, obviously, just based on the title, was way more on him. It was
Say more authentic. Well,
well, it felt
authentic
like
as
it was the response to the Netflix one.
what
Okay,
is
so
going on? Seriously.
yeah, so it's really weird, but again, this is like the first time Scott Peterson had sat down with anybody really since he's been convicted and incarcerated to have this conversation. And he brings up some good points, which again, he's like, you know what? I had an affair and that was a wrong thing. And, I tried to hide it because I felt it would take away from the focus of trying to find Laci, which it did. And the thing that you keep going around to is that him being an a-hole, him being, a cheating scumbag does not necessarily make him a murderer.
No.
The police again acknowledge that they didn't follow up on certain leads. We have more interviews with the eyewitnesses who said they saw her at all these different points. There's this other thing that a huge piece of potential evidence, and the Innocence Project argued in front of a judge to have it DNA tested because if you looked at it from like common sense, you would go, well, that could be involved because of this thing that was reported, and this location. And you would just go, why wouldn't you test it and rule it out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
it exonerates him. One of the two. Justice is served either way, right?
Yeah.
And the judge denies him.
Why?
I don't know. They did. That was not
Do
covered.
they not have to give?
I would think they do just based on the avoidance of appeals. But
they
in
didn't
the
put that
documentary, it was not
That's
captured.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you like true crime, these two documentaries together are good. I think they're going to aggravate you. I think they're going to make you mad. But they paint this really interesting picture, and unfortunately, at the core of it, a young woman and a baby still died.
Yeah.
But
So have we got answers now?
no, because the Innocence Project is
That's still
fighting
ongoing.
for Scott to get a new trial.
Right.
And you can't even fault the jury who found him guilty because
the evidence that were presented was skewed in the first place.
exactly, they were working off of what they were given. And we get a couple interviews in both of the documentaries from jurors.
Right.
And they're talking about what we got. Hey, this was, and they even talk about because at that time they also suggested or voted for the death penalty.
Yeah.
And you hear from at least these two people that they're interviewing about how difficult it was for them. They're like, this is not a happy thing. We're voting on somebody's death. They actually took it quite seriously.
You're not responsible. Like yeah.
Yeah, you're condemning somebody. And then there was another juror who was like, oh no, I'm glad. Nope, it was easy. And you're like, oh, okay. But you get to see like, and I remember it. And I actually even remember being part of this crowd of him being found guilty and feeling this sense of relief, feeling this sense of, yes, okay, justice was served. And when you have this removal of time, it's crazy to watch and and then take, like, hear other bits of information that we were not presented in the media. See, I mean, he was tried in the media. That's how it was. So all of the public opinion was like, dude, you suck. You murdered her. That's it. End of story.
It's like, reminds me of is it Caesar, not Caesar, Jesus, and is it Brutus?
Oh, no, Barabbas.
Barabbas, yeah. And the people were like, they wanted their pound of flesh. And so to appease the people, the Caesar would wash his hands of it and just go like, yeah, just go kill this dude. Get rid of him. It feels like that. But then, I mean, it brings up a really interesting conversation topic, because what is justice? Is justice only by those that are managed to skew the law for what outcome they want? Because the law is always one thing. The law is what you make it, depending how good your lawyer is. O.J. Simpson's
I am the law.
I am the law. Exactly. And this is real life. So a documentary reflecting what's been happening over 20 years. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah, and you can't, it's hard to pull in motive necessarily. I mean, you definitely, I think after watching both of the documentary, these two documentaries, for me, it was easy to see some police bias.
Yeah.
That, and not saying that they were necessarily trying to convict him, but just
they needed a case to be done.
Well, but they also, like, it was confirmation bias, because they suspected him and framed or allowed certain evidence to
but that's what I mean.
That.
They made the justice they wanted. Yeah. So
they
took the evidence and they skewed that to be, okay, that means it's this thing, and anything else we're not going to look at, because that might throw what we want for quickly to put this to bed, and have it only to find that this is going to be dragging on for 20 years. But they never thought that was going to happen.
No, yeah, exactly. And I think the worst part about, like, any type of confirmation bias is that you negate everything else that comes in, versus focusing on something else. So
all of those trials afterwards, if you've proved that the police haven't done a great job, every single trial since then with those people is now tainted, and all of them can be retrialed.
Well, yeah, that's another, yeah.
Which is another reason why to get it right in the first place.
Yes. So
now that you've seen both documentaries,
I still feel.
Do you still think he's guilty?
No. I think that all of the facts and all of the other angles need to be followed up on. I think that the DNA that was found needs to be tested. These types of things. That's where it has fallen short. Now, if it's tested and it comes back as it's not related, and they follow through all of these other things, because no joke, I mean, are you going to watch this? No, I don't want to spoil it for everybody else. But
no, no.
There is compelling doubt. Let me just say that. Doesn't mean that he's innocent. It just means that when you look at the other information that wasn't presented, or that wasn't followed up on, it makes things a little more sketchy, and it increases that doubt. Versus, had they just followed up on every single thing, then, you know what I mean? And they could just say, yeah, we checked this and we followed this, and, all of these things,
So frustrating.
And it didn't do this. You're like, okay, fair enough. That's, it's when you don't follow through on all of these things on the investigation that's, Sarah, you're asking a great point. I think, that's a hard thing to answer, really, if you could only watch one, because they're both going from total opposite perspectives. The Netflix one is really based on Scott Peterson being guilty and everything pointing to that and why they believe that. The other one is all of the reasons why they think that Scott Peterson is innocent and going there. And so I don't think that either of them by themselves are a good representation of the whole. So if you I think maybe the way to choose, if you're already leaning one way or the other. So if you think that he is guilty, maybe watch the Scott Peterson one just to have, some of that counter argument come in. If you believe that he is innocent, watch the Laci Peterson one on Netflix and see, does that change anything? If you know
nothing about it, then where do you go?
Watch both.
Okay. I don't know that.
Yeah, there's some other documentaries too. There's one I think on Hulu. There was one on Amazon, I think.
So many.
So yeah, there are. I mean, these two are just very timely and they feel like responses. So highly interesting, very aggravating. But from true crime, it was awesome. I mean, So there you go. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to the comments. What do you think? Okay. Let me go back up here. Mode, I haven't forgotten about you either. I've got to, I'm looking through a playlist as we go just to see if there's anything that, it can hit on. Mr. Flickster, what was your best theater experience so far this year? Not quality of the film, but the best crowd. Ooh, Deadpool and Wolverine for you. Okay. I saw it with just critics, so that's a hard one to. What do you think, Ruben? What is?
Don't know. Trying to think of.
Last year, probably one of my best was Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I remember you saying the experience of that was really good.
Yeah.
I can't say I've had many cinema experiences where the crowds have been very active this year. Normally, it would be like if I'd watched Kalki at the cinema, for definite, the crowd would have been going wild. It's normally the Indian films that I watch where they're so animated and so excited to see like an actor that they love on screen.
Yeah. Well, and I love it. The collective gasps from the female audience which to be honest, when you look at these guys when they rip off their shirts, you're like,
dude, I'm probably doing the same thing.
I see that. You're
like,
wow,
that dude has abs on his abs.
Yeah, you're ripped. You're 0% body fat there. Okay, good to go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Golf clap.
He's probably sweated 3 days just for that one shot. You know how they
probably
they fast body water for like certain shots.
Yeah, they get dehydrated. Yeah, Hugh Jackman talked
Hugh
about
Jackman
that.
has done that. Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, they were all the three Chris's.
Or no, Evans.
Chris Evans. They all did that sweating. They bulk up and then they like just sweat their water out, and they all shiny and beautiful and unrealistic.
Yeah,
I can be shiny and beautiful by walking around, upstairs and downstairs.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that's yep, absolutely. Yasi, the game is rigged. You're absolutely right. I am.
Where are you commenting, Yasi?
I am
is it not on my
ignoring?
It's not on my channel that we haven't looked at.
I didn't see them, and again, I apologize. It's not because I'm trying to
Chris late at night at 2 in the mornings, like delete.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, because when I fast forward through the video, it gives you chunks of the the chat, right. But I can't always rewind all the way to the very beginning, which is weird. And that's so right. Okay. Yeah. So okay, Yasi, here's the deal. For this week's, when it hits the replay right after we're done, put it in the comments. Okay. Yeah. And we're not purposefully doing it.
You
I
haven't been targeted.
totally am. Yeah, I'm like no, oh gosh. Son of Soils, hey, good evening. We're so glad you're there. Uh, let's see. Okay, so Latino Slant. Uh, First off, hey, welcome. Awesome name. Um, Kalki, first half was slow and clunky. Second half was incredibly, with an incredible, great playoff cliffhanger ending. Yeah, I'm so excited to watch this.
Yeah, I mean, I can see because they were world building, so it might feel clunky because there's so many pieces at play, so many characters. But yeah, great, great ending. Yeah.
Nice. Niket wants to know if all of the Alien and Predator and their crossover movies are worth a watch at least once, even though some of the later Aliens and Predator movies have low ratings. I've not seen all of them. I think it depends on how you
I
go
would say
into it.
yes. If you like the universe and the lore, even the bad films will have great scenes in them. And I would say every one of the bad films do have great scenes in them. From costume design to gore. Just seeing a predator and an alien on screen together is enough to make me go. And then seeing some of the creativity that those films have to offer. They may not necessarily be a good film, like as a whole, and there was the latest one with like a stupid shredder predator
Yeah,
that
that.
for me is the worst in the franchise. Totally, but even that still has its fun creative moments. There are these weird like a predator dog, you see it in the trailer or something, and it's just fantastic. It was like, oh, I love that. Like, bring more of that sort of stuff into the film, but keep it R-rated. That was the film that they did the 12 here. Like, stop it. This is an adult story.
Yeah.
I love the brutality of, I think it was Predator versus Alien, the first one. They take a rule of cinema where they like, you never kill the young kid or something like that, and they start off with that, and then you're just like, whoa, okay, so that's how you're going for it. Cool. Definitely worth a one-time watch. I think there was a comment that said, if you watch the bad ones, you appreciate the good ones so much more. And I would say that's 100% true.
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah, yeah. You can't truly appreciate the great films of the franchise without saying how bad it
Yes,
gets.
exactly. So at least for that, you'll be like, whoa. So when you're watching Alien Romulus, any issue you have about the ending, you'll be like, but this could have been
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, you can, obviously bad movies and you can rag on some of them, but it's also, hey, this is fun.
Exactly.
I think it depends on the mindset you go in. If you know that not all of them are going to be good and you're not spending a ton of money on them,
Yes.
that also helps.
Yeah. Like you can find a secondhand box set that has all of them that's really cheap. Just
Ooh.
like, might as well do that. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Okay, Yasi watched 3 episodes of a Peterson documentary. Yeah, straightforward, nothing visually appealing. Yeah, Dateline, 60 minutes. Yeah, exactly. This is not both of these with on Netflix and Peacock. These were not like visually stunning documentaries. These were definitely only storytelling and news report type of things versus going for something that was cinematic, and I think that's also because they felt more like responses, and so they were probably, the production of them was cut way down. So there you go on that. Alien movies, especially the first one, fascinating from the horror aspect, how Ridley Scott chooses to show the monster and create fear
To not
out of
show
the
the monster.
oh,
Yeah.
not show. Thank you. Yeah, what you said this a bunch in your
Less is more.
yeah, absolutely. I agree. There was a cool point where we got to see a bunch of aliens in this,
Yeah.
in Romulus, and
Yeah.
I liked that.
But
But
we earned it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just oversaturation of the big MacGuffin monster. We earned that suspense. We were building up to it. So when you get it, you're like, oh no. But also, oh yes.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Sully, how are you? We're doing good. Oh, it's getting cold where you're at. Oh,
The flannel convention has arrived.
dude, I tell you what, I mean, I have been wearing some short sleeve shirts recently just because it was getting, it was in the triple digits here. But yesterday, even when it was hotter, and I wear them, I wear my flannels year round. So it
That's
just
who you
depends.
are, Chris. Yeah.
I know it depends on the, but dude, I am so glad. Rock those flannels. That is outstanding. And every color goes with every color. So just understand that too.
Yeah. Flannels do work that way. They're crazy.
Yeah, yeah, you can, yeah. Uh, Xenomorphs are based on the Swiss, yeah, Geiger. Yeah.
Geiger. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. There is a Geiger museum
Ooh.
someplace, and it is like I saw a picture of it, and there's like this table, like it's like King Arthur's round table, and with all of these throne type chairs around it, except they're all designed by Geiger.
Oh,
It.
I bet they're like nightmare fuel. Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, yeah.
Imagine going there and you've partaken in a certain substance and you were just
Oh dude.
oh my gosh.
Because
things
the ceiling even was
oh my
was
gosh.
all done up. I mean, could you imagine seeing? I mean, your eyes would see the things moving.
Man, it would be yeah, you create your own aliens movie right there and then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Sigourney Weaver as Ripley. Yeah, definitely a feminist icon, but she's just a badass action hero also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Sarah, we already answered that one. Yeah, Ellen Ripley's sense of motherhood in the series is a subversion of usual depiction of women, sci-fi and horror. Yeah, absolutely. You're right, and that's why she's a badass all the way through. Oh, echoes of the
Oh yeah.
UK nurse Lucy Letby conviction, doubts created by questionable prosecution assumptions, even though she is likely guilty. That Badger, great point. Yeah, see, that's the thing that I would feel so much better about a decision or something when all the facts have been examined. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If there is doubt, address it, attack it, and defeat it with evidence. And there you go. Oh, Yasi watched Furiosa
Hey, well done.
this
You
week.
you finally watched the new one.
Chris had a lot of fun with that. Yes, Yasi, it is rigged, but you do. Enjoyed Twisters. Oh, in IMAX.
Oh, I bet that was awesome. Yeah. Blown away by the size of the screen and the sound the
Could you?
speakers in the IMAX. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's in Disneyland. There's they used to have the Bugs Life thing, but then there's Muppets 4D, and they like spray things at you
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
sense and all this stuff. And could you imagine being in Twisters with all the sound and then them starting to have like a breeze going from a direction or something like that?
Because we have cinemas here in the UK. So it's X4D, yeah, and they
Oh,
do that.
do
Where
they
the
really?
seats move and you have wind and yeah, it just
Oh,
has all these things. Yeah,
wow. Yeah, because we have D-Box here where the seats move, and
yeah,
that would have just been
yeah. But
a
added
trem-
like if it was a ride, yeah, like we have wind and water and it'd be so good.
it'd be crazy. Uh, Aliens versus Predator versus Terminator. That's not that's
That
not a movie yet, is
that
it?
doesn't exist yet. Unless someone has animated something, which you can find anything on YouTube these days.
This is true. Yes. Um, yeah, there have been a lot of documentaries in the Peterson cases. So yeah, definitely give them a watch if you're into true crime. If you're not and you don't care, then obviously goes without saying, skip it. Um, have you seen the Rowan Atkinson show Man versus Bee? I
Yeah.
watched. I didn't finish it.
Ah.
Did you finish it?
I finished it, but I remember I think in my review I said that it was a one-trick pony, and then once you got past the trick, it felt like it really dragged.
It was repetitive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I love Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson is a legendary hero in the UK and probably worldwide, and his timing for comedy sketches is just phenomenal. So, like, anytime he does anything, his sketches, like the Mr. Bean sketches, the blind man on the beach, or there's just so many when he's doing an exam and he's done the wrong side of the exam. They're just there's so many of those. Just I cried for pain, but also in laughter.
Yeah, well, and he like I saw this thing where it feels like he's done like 15 seasons, but there's only like what 12 episodes or
Yeah,
15 episodes or something.
barely
Like it's
anything.
very
Yeah,
short.
yeah, very short. Yeah,
He's one of my favorite parts in Love Actually, when he's behind the counter at the store selling Alan
yes, the
Rickman the thing. And
perfume. Oh my gosh, he's so good.
we quote that often. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Mr. Flickster did not enjoy Furiosa. Two other. Oh no, there were only two people there.
That
Plus,
definitely isn't atmosphere.
yeah, yeah. That's. Oof.
I didn't not like it. I just don't think it's nearly as good as the previous installment.
No, Fury Road, especially if you watch them back to back. I mean, Fury Road is stronger. I think in the editing also.
Yeah, I
That's some
agree.
of it. It just
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. Not without singing the blues. I love that. The channel name, but yeah, hilarious and Rat Race.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
been
that's
forever since I've seen that, but yeah.
because that's a modern remake of
Is that
it's a
Cannibal Run?
Mad World.
All right,
What,
okay.
what,
I thought it
oh,
was
no,
Cannibal Run remake.
oh, maybe it is. Yeah,
It's the car thing.
yeah, it's where all of the people are going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's so many actors in that you were like, oh, that person, that person, that person. It's one of those.
nice. Oh, and their channel name Adventures in Babysitting Reference.
Nice.
Very cool. All right, Ruben, you want to go back to our what we watched?
Yeah, with the best thing we watched. Sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so this week, Netflix released a new K drama called The Frog.
How is this?
This is excellent. This is very good. Total transparency. I've watched 4 of the 8, so I haven't reviewed. I've done my review. And I've said in that I've only done the 4. But it's really, really good. Surprisingly, the camera work was the thing that I'm really enjoying in this, and I don't often talk about that. But there's so much mundane stuff that you're watching the characters do, like doing the dishes, doing the vacuum cleaning. Because it's about a couple or a family that own a hotel. Something horrific happens to them when they're young, and that shapes the rest of their life. Many years, like 20 so years, and it's just horrible. It's like they reference it as a frog that gets hit on the head, and that ripple effect has all these lasting consequences. So yeah,
why would you hit a frog on the head?
It's one of the saying. There's a saying that's, there's a tree. Let me try and get this right. There's a giant tree in the forest falls down. It makes a loud sound. But if you were never there to hear the tree fall down and make that sound, did it ever fall down? It's referencing the effects of things that happen. There's like a real deep meaning. And talking about paying attention, you have to pay attention to this because they jump around in timelines. And I often didn't know what timeline I was in because they never tell you. They never change the color palette. They never give you a date. It's just a family or particular actors. Now, if you didn't grow up in Korea, you possibly could find me saying they sometimes look alike, and I didn't understand that was the same person I was watching in different timelines. So you really have to pay attention for what time you're in, and it's not even like aesthetics, like different cars, that sort of thing. There are slight moments where like, oh, okay, it's them. So once you start understanding who the people are that are playing a certain time frame and the other people that are playing different time frame, then you're going in and going, okay, I'm getting this. I'm understanding what they're trying to do. It is about a serial killer. So let me just kind of yeah. I went in like, this synopsis doesn't give you any idea of what actually the story is about. but it's a serial killer that starts off an instigating MacGuffin moment that affects the family and then has recurring effects. And so it's fascinating to watch the case come together because you're watching it from the past, but seeing what's happening in the future still affecting and
Mm.
possibly reoccurring. And dude, the camera angles, which is why I was coming back to like right at the beginning, I was saying you're watching characters do mundane things. The camera
Mhm.
angles are quite low, so you're looking up a lot. Even though they're doing mundane things, it's the way the score will be hyper mysterious and really creepy, but someone's doing the vacuum cleaning and will just swap them and then you'll be like, why?
This doesn't make sense,
This is
right?
what's going on? Yeah, seen the four. It's fantastic. Like you will love this, Chris.
Is it a limited series or
As
is
far as
it
I know, it's limited. Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Okay.
I hope so.
Okay. All right. Mode, going back, limited series to watch in a weekend. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities
Ooh,
on
yeah,
Netflix. It's an anthology.
yeah.
Not all of them are awesome,
Hmm.
but I think you can get enjoyment out of each of them.
Oh,
So,
Love, Death, and Robots.
oh, that's yes, three seasons,
Yeah,
and I mean you can watch them out of order. It doesn't really matter, but
doesn't matter what you watch. Yeah, when you watch it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. For me, okay. I watched this movie last night on Shutter. Yes. It is from, let me look up what year it is
Oh,
because
I really thought you were going to say
no,
Hellhole,
no,
and I was about
no.
to leave
Yeah, no, we will get
from
to that.
Shadow.
Yeah, we will get to that in a little bit.
What?
Um, okay. Oh no, it's on AMC Plus. It is a Shutter movie, so like I have AMC Plus, which also includes
Which
Shutter and a
includes
couple other
Shadow in it.
things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so when I say AMC Plus, it could be on Shutter, and it just whatever. um, but oh dang it, I forgot to write down the time code. Let's see here. Um, it is called The Dark and the Wicked. It is from 2020. It's 95 minutes long. It's got Marin Ireland. She's the star of this, and she's been in a ton of movies. Not only just a bunch of like horror movies that are off putting, but she's been in like Hell or High Water. Um, gosh, there's Boogeyman, Birth, Rebirth. She was in the Umbrella Academy.
Mm.
She's been in a lot of things. You would recognize her. She was in The Empty Man, which I love that
Love
movie.
the Anti Man.
Gosh, that's
That's
so good.
so creepy. Jeez.
This one, excuse me. Um,
Have you said what
basic.
this is called?
This is called The Dark and the Wicked.
Yeah, you didn't say.
I didn't. Oh, okay. Dark and the Wicked from 2020, and it's this family, this elderly couple that lives on this just farm out in the middle of nowhere, and the old guy, the dad, is just kind of slowly dying. I mean, he's not doing well. The mom is not doing too well either.
Hmm.
And then the son, both adults, son and daughter, come back just because the
They need to help with the family.
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff is the dad's about to die, so
Hmm.
they're just getting close to this. The movie itself is not awesome. The atmosphere, though, within this
Hmm.
is so messed up.
Okay.
These are one of those that you have to absolutely be watching the screen the entire time. You
Oh, because
cannot,
are things moving in the background and
or they're just there.
oh no.
Like there's times where the characters will hear something, or
Hmm.
a door will open or something like that, and they'll
Yeah.
turn and nothing's there, and we don't see anything either. And then the camera will follow them as they walk, and up against the wall is a shape as they walk past, and you're like, oh, that's not okay.
Hereditary does that so well.
It does, yeah. Well, this one has some gnarly practical effects.
Okay.
I mean, it is like basically, though, there's like you have this um this sense that an evil presence is there
Mm.
at the house.
Hmm.
I don't remember why, like if it even said why it was there,
Oh, well, you
what it
often
was.
sometimes it not knowing it's just there is better.
Y- Yes, but for the conclusion of the film, it would help to know kind of why or what.
Because sometimes when you give a monster the background and the meaning, it kind of takes away their, like if suddenly if Jason Voorhees is mortal, and you can kill him, you're like, what?
Eh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that's true. I mean, and so it is very unsettling. Like the atmosphere of this is wonderful.
Mm.
It's filmed very patiently. You you don't know if you can trust your eyes,
That's so creepy.
which that is spectacular. I mean, that is so good. And there are like if you want some gory or gruesome moments, you get those. Okay, they are. There's one time where we watched somebody cutting parts of like their arm and their chest and stuff like that. That was not convincing at all. That was
No.
very poor CGI.
Oh no, weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all of the other times that you see nasty stuff, you're like, and one of them, no joke, we see this action and it's happened before, but
Mm.
now the way that the camera is focused and everything, we know what's about to happen, which makes it even worse because then when it does, we get to see it and you're like, it's
Okay.
good. So if you want, I mean, it's 95 minutes. It's
Perfect time
very,
for a horror movie. Yeah.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is a slower paced, but it's patient. It's
Okay.
not like it's just boring or anything.
Mm.
My biggest hang up would be just because I don't necessarily know
Don't understand what
why this
the
family
presence
specifically
evil is affected with whatever is going on.
exactly
Okay.
doesn't still take away though from the that's not right.
Okay.
So
Nice
yeah.
find. What made you click on it?
Again, last night I was looking for Dark and Murderous, and I actually searched that Dark and Murderous movies.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
You searched that term.
I did. Yeah,
Please type that into your Google search.
yeah. So my wife and I both we came up with actually a pretty good list, but because she was also doing some work for her upcoming teaching courses, we needed something that was in English so that she
Okay.
could still hear it without having to like totally negate her work.
Right.
But she still saw a lot of the things too that were like, oh, that's not, and I looked down at one point, she goes, did you see that? And I was like, what? No. So I rewound it. I was like, oh. But there were, I mean, we were like some of the French extremity movies were on the list to check out. We have quite a few that we're like, ooh, let's do this. And had I felt better last night, and not needed to just go to sleep because of like this raging headache, we probably would have watched at least one more because it was, yeah, we had the
good
plan
list.
of watching like three of them.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
so good. Yeah. So anyway, it's called The Dark and the Wicked.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. What do you want? You want to go to the chat or do you want to? Okay. Let me see where we were. Okay. Going back to Furiosa, Mr. Flexer, too long, too much going on. It was disappointing. The best parts of the movie were the Fury. I did not like that when they showed that. I felt it was kind of cheap that they
Yeah,
showed
I felt like they were taken away from anything that this new
that the
film
film
was
had
doing.
made, right?
Yeah.
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 Uh, okay, Apu. We're gonna say that. I don't remember. You had said what to call you, but we're gonna call you Apu for right now. Or A. Maybe it was that or AP. Chaps just tuned in. Went to watch Alien Romulus last Sunday. Okay, still not as good as Alien, Aliens, Prometheus. Um, yeah, cast. Yeah, yeah. The cast was a younger audience. It was a younger cast.
I like that though.
I did too. I didn't mind that. Yeah,
Mm.
it made some of their decisions feel natural because they were kind of stupid.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
Don't go into that dark room with the creepy crawlies. I'm gonna go into that room with the with the creepy crawlies.
Exactly.
Yes. I am
Yes.
like, no airlock, open door.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, is Longlegs worth a watch?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it yet? I'm out.
No.
Yes, hands down, absolutely. So good. Some people didn't like it. I absolutely loved it. I watched it a second time in the theater, like the next week, and I can't wait to see it again. I loved it. It's for me, one of the best ones of this year. And we've had a lot of good horror films, but this one is just it's messed up in different ways. Yeah.
Mm.
So, Mr. Flickster talking about limited series, the movies that made us. That's always fun on Netflix. Have you seen that? The movies that made us, like
Yes.
E.T. or Back to the Future. Yeah. Yeah. Long Legs and Furiosa, best theater experiences this year so far for Yossi.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, yeah, look at that. Mr. Flickster, Long Legs, his favorite horror movie of this year. With Alien Romulus as a close second. Awesome. Some of the episodes, Cabinet of Curiosities, great. So there you go, Mode. Some of the whatever, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. Recommendations. The ending ruined The Dark and the Wicked for you. I can see that.
It's kind of what you were saying.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it had anyway. Not great, but still worth watching, I think. Alfonso Cuarón's Disclaimer on Apple.
I generally will watch anything he puts out just to see what new creative thing he's got his hands on. Yeah.
And let's see here. Best movie you watched this week, Possum. Oh, that's Sean Harris. I've seen part of it, and I need to finish it. It is so unnerving.
I don't like the poster. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, no,
Good Lord.
Dude, Sean Harris is a brilliant actor. Like, I will watch anything that he is in.
He can do creepy for sure.
Yeah. And so this is gonna I don't know what this is gonna do for you, Ruben. Do you remember Darth Marenghi's Dark's Place? That I'm not sure you enjoyed it.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Matthew Holness, who plays Garth Marenghi, he wrote and directed Possum.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to watch this then.
But it's not the strange comedy like that. I mean, this is definitely just weird. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so never got into K-dramas, but sold you on Frog.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, you're welcome. What's the one that it's one of the darkest one that I've ever thought, and that with the bullying, The Glory.
Oh my gosh.
If you can handle that something that's really dark, The Glory is incredible, but heavy.
Incredible. Yeah. Can you call yourself a movie fan if you use your TV speakers rather than a soundbar or surround sound system? Yes, because I don't think finances should have to.
Yeah, some people can't afford those. Yeah.
Yeah. Does a surround sound system or a good soundbar or something like that enhance it? Absolutely, you get better sound, but you know what? Sometimes that's all you can afford, or that's all you have, or that's the only room you have. So, yeah, I don't think that judges it. Because then I would say, could you call yourself a movie fan if you didn't watch everything in the theater? So Bunny Dojo, Rabbit Care, and Bun Fun. So glad you're here. You're really enjoying Bad Monkey on Apple.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you like it? Let me ask you this, because for me, I watched half of it. I haven't gone back to it yet, but it just became tiring with Vince Vaughn's shtick,
Mm,
even though I absolutely loved Vince Vaughn in this role. It
right.
was it was just too much all at
Mm.
once. Um,
But it's been released after the first couple. It's like weekly, right?
yeah, I think 3 episodes
So
have
there's
dropped
three,
now.
and then it's weekly.
Yeah,
So it might be better in just
I,
one episode, weekly episodes.
yeah, I think one episode or two at a time is
Mm.
fine. Yeah, for me that would be great. It was just I needed that's why I needed to take the break because it was too much and it was feeling drawn out.
Mm.
So sick burn on the youngsters, Chris. What? Oh, watched rewatched 40-year-old version. Why don't they make comedies like that anymore? I I didn't enjoy the first time, so I don't know. Do you like that movie, Ruben?
A lot, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
I find it very funny. Yeah.
okay. I haven't watched it since.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah, there you go. Maybe I'd enjoy it more now.
maybe.
Because I did that with 21 Jump Street. Hated it the
Yeah.
first time and
Yeah.
love it now. So there you go.
Yeah.
Crochet a while and listen. Woohoo! Is it bad that the best thing you watched this week was Star Trek Prodigy?
Star Trek Prodigy is awesome. It's not bad at all. Yeah.
What is Star Trek Prodigy?
It's an animated Star Trek
Oh,
series that they
okay.
have long episodes. They just adding to the lore. They're really fleshed out characters. Just so happens to be animation, but it could be like you're watching Star Trek. It's really fun. It's
Oh,
very good.
nice.
Mm.
I watched Star Trek Beyond this week.
Nice. Is that
Um,
did it? Is it still as the weakest of the three? Then.
It is the weakest
Mm.
of the three, but it's great. I mean, it's like I love the Kelvin timeline. I
Yeah, me
love
too.
the
I do as well. Yeah.
I hope that we get more.
They're talking about actually doing another one at the moment. Like it's actively being talked about doing another one.
Oh,
So
with the
with
cast,
with
right?
the cast, yeah.
It will make me very very sad though that Anton Yelchin will not be in it.
Every time it's like a every time I watch because I watch the first one a lot because it's like
Oh my
one of
gosh,
my favorite movies. Never mind, it's just a great film.
great movie. Yeah,
Yeah, and every time I see him, I'm just like, no, because he's so good in that role. He's perfect for it. Yeah,
he is. There's
yeah.
Chris Retzlaff recommends to see Cuckoo. I'm only going to go halfway with you on there. From atmosphere and creepiness and unsettlingness, absolutely. From motivation, no. Which to watch first, Oddity or Longlegs? I would go Oddity Irish and then Longlegs because I felt Longlegs was much, much better.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
You watched Oddity, didn't you?
No, but I
Oh,
have it to watch, so
oh good.
I
Okay.
might watch that then. Is it worth watching?
Yeah, I think so. And
Okay.
Caveat is the movie that's
Oh, that's
connected to it.
connected to it. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, and so you don't have to watch one
Caveat.
to get the
Which
other.
which came first?
Caveat.
Caveat. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Of
they
course,
both have
it's
some
not a
very
suggestion.
unsettling things.
Yeah, this is
So
the poster of Oddity is
y-
creepy. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. There you go. Not without singing the blues. Replying because we can't offend all of the 40-year-old versions in the world. That's why we don't make
I agree
comedies like that
that
anymore.
if they don't make movies like that anymore because the comedy of what was allowed and stuff, the
Times have changed.
times have changed, and some of what perhaps we could say in movies back then doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing that we can't say that, but I do feel like we've lost something of an edge that was allowed. Like when we can't say certain things for comedy space.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but also, I mean, if you're just making fun of a people group or using that as a punchline in certain aspects, you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking of specific things, not in
Yeah.
in general. Then I, I don't think that needs to come back. And really, if you look at that, that's
You ever watch Robert Downey Jr. when he played I'm a man playing a man, playing another man, acting as
Yeah.
another man. Yeah. So he defends that role. And he has what's funny in conversation when he was interviewed by this, he has African American friends who find that hilarious, and then he has white friends who are insulted by it. Yeah,
Huh.
so that's what I mean. There are certain things that you can do in a movie that people will always be offended by stuff,
Absolutely. Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah.
If it's in art and it's a film and you get offended by it, is that something that you need to take a look at within yourself? Maybe.
Maybe. Depends on what the message is. I mean, because there are plenty of movies that are just racist or bigoted.
Well, I think as we like every decade, there's a change in media reflecting what's going on in society, and we say things or reflect things. That's what's happening. So stuff that was okay to say in the 80s, you can't say now, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's okay that you can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Bunny Dojo loved the new season of Star Trek Prodigy.
It's a little gold gem there.
I have this on my list, Badger. The
I've
horror
seen
comedy
this. I love this film. It's so fun.
Psycho Gorman. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to move that up in my priority list.
It's great. Yeah,
because it's just it's like campy and
yeah, it's a kid's film, but it
but not right.
So much homage to some of those original B movies. Yeah,
nice.
It's great. It's really fun. Yeah,
nice. Son of Soils has watched Longlegs 3 times. I'm so jealous.
Nice.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack. It is good.
Interesting.
Okay. My scrolling went wild. Not Without Singing the Blues, replying to Irish, highly recommend Longlegs first, because I watched Oddity first, which actually scared me, and then watched Longlegs, which was touted as the scariest movie of the year, and you're disappointed. Well, I will address that. It is not the scariest movie of the year. It is not, which I think is terrible, terrible marketing.
Marketing for
on
that
the studio's part.
Stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and they call it like the scariest movie since Silence of the Lambs. No, it's not. So don't go in thinking that. Don't
Silence of the Lambs is not even scary. It's creepy. It's tense.
It's unsettling.
It's unsettling.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not. I could name so many scarier proper horror movies than Silence of the Lambs. Who these people are so out of touch, Chris.
I know. I don't understand why the marketing said this, because that's where a lot of people were disappointed.
Yeah,
because
they went in with that expectation.
Yeah, and it was different. It was a different movie. So yeah, it's yeah. So, Psycho Gorman was filmed close to where you live in Canada. That's awesome.
Nice.
Ruben, Office UK or USA?
USA actually.
Okay.
It's one of the few times. Normally I'd be like always UK, but
yeah, normally I would say UK too.
I find Ricky Gervais myself to be a bit hit or miss. He's one of those comedians I can take in bits, in bite sizes. Although, to caveat that, his Netflix series I thought was spectacular. The dude that just wants to die because his wife has died. Whatever that series was. Do you remember that, Chris? You watched some of that?
Which series? Sorry,
I
was
series that Ricky Gervais did with Netflix. His wife dies at the beginning. It's brutally depressing.
I only watched like the first episode.
Oh, okay. That's series.
Afterlife?
Somebody in the comments. Yeah, that's it.
Afterlife. Okay.
Afterlife. Yeah, loved it. Like, it's so good. Yeah,
that's what I've heard. That it's like brilliant.
Yeah. For me, it's like the best thing he's done. Yeah, it's great.
I'm agreeing with Son of Soils that Oddity first, because it's straightforward. Longlegs is a deeper and richer story.
I'm looking forward to finally getting to watch Longlegs, because I'm short. So
yeah. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Means nothing to you, and that's okay. Badger loves Canadian films. Yeah, there's a lot of great scenery, and so many films are filmed in Canada just because of the tax breaks and everything else.
Oh,
Anybody else craving a new Tarantino movie?
not really.
Nope, not me either. I'm glad you are though. And
You
who
might
knows
get
when he's
one in 5 years.
maybe because he ditched the movie critic or the critic, so
Yeah.
going on to something different.
Yep.
Craving a new Guadagnino movie. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't even know how to pronounce that dude's last
What
name.
movies does Guadagnino do?
He did Bones and All.
Ooh.
He's done some with Chalamet, Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
I don't remember what
Was that
else.
Bones and All? Timothy Chalamet,
Yes.
the weird one with the people eaters.
Yes.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yes. I went into that blind and was horrified.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yep. See, Chris Ritzloff saying, yeah, you have to wait a while now that Tarantino killed his critic movie. Cuckoo's on your list. Good. 40-Year-Old Virgin, not offensive at all. Funny. He finds love in the end. Shows that characters who aren't versions are a bit screwed up anyway. True.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know you don't find it offensive, but I don't believe they would make a movie like that today because people would find it offensive. So I've watched it and I think it's funny. I like the musical number at the end as well. Really fun. Yeah.
I don't even remember
Great
it.
credits. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. M, good morning. Welcome. I've really enjoyed recent Nick Cage films like Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent and Dream
Yes.
Scenario. I still need to see Dream Scenario.
Ugh, I love Dream Scenario and Massive Talent. I've seen a number of times now, and
That one is spectacular.
so good. Yeah, you'll love Dream Scenario as well. I don't know what's happened to make Nick Cage back in the zeitgeist of films, but for a while there, he was just doing like B movies,
Crap things, yeah.
probably like 50 films, like loads. Since the Face Off days, and now he's doing some quality content. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Well, and I love the breadth of diversity in roles that he's choosing.
I mean, he did Dracula, and his Dracula is so campy. It was brilliant.
Oh my gosh. I want more of that though.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah. It was great, really fun.
We've seen Parks and Rec. Oh my gosh. I would disagree with you there, Mr. Flickster. I think it is loads funnier than The Office. I'm not a fan of The Office. It's because I also worked in an office that basically had all those people.
Was that?
Yeah, and I didn't need real life coming into my living room like that.
That's Parks and Recs. That's got Chris Pratt in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy and April Ludgate. And,
Yeah, some great comedians in that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just so good. Yep, Offerman is iconic in that. He's so good. I mean, just
I mean, for that reason alone, you should watch it. Offerman being in it.
yeah. Well, and his character in that show is me. Just
Okay. Nice.
love it. Oh, is it too late for a Hacker sequel? I don't think so.
That's one film that could actually have a remake.
Oh yeah, because of it. Yeah, the love online that I always see for Hackers is crazy. Like there is a monster cult following for this.
Why though? I mean, I enjoyed it when it came out, but if you ever go back to it, it's not a good film. But okay, yeah, cool. And that's not how hacking works either.
Okay, Yasi, you're saying Nick Cave, who is a singer. Are you meaning Nick Cave or Nick Cage? Because Wild God coming up. The sons of Lee Marvin, Nick Cave, and Jim Jarmusch is also a great collaboration. It could be Nick Cave. I don't know.
Those are names.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I don't know which one it is. Yeah, Aziz Ansari, Chris Pratt. Yeah, from series 2 on. Like, I don't like the ones that have Mark Brandanowitz in it. The first season's a little rough. Second season is I think they're finding more of their footing, and then from there it's just
How many seasons
outstanding.
are there?
There's like 7, I think.
Wow.
That's actually
Okay.
what made me get Hulu. I had been I had gotten laid off and from radio, and so in that interim while I'm searching for jobs and stuff, I had time to watch a lot of stuff. And so we started watching on Netflix, I believe, Parks and Rec. But the last season was just coming out. And so the only way to watch it other than over the air, which I don't have, and I don't have cable and I don't have satellite anymore, was to get it on Hulu and watch it like the next day. And so we did that, and I still am paying for Hulu. So
Oh my gosh.
oh, awesome. Okay. So there you go. Let's go back. Ruben, should we talk about our worst or our watch together, or both? And which order do you want to talk it in?
I don't mind either.
Okay.
Both at the same time.
Okay. Let's talk about our worst first.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
I presume it's Hellhole.
That's my worst.
Yeah, that's my worst. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. Okay, so Hellhole comes from the creators, director, writer, A Family Affair.
The Addams Family.
Yeah, basically, they do these films. And I guess they see some sort of... They have a sort of cult following, I guess.
Because
before
Chris Stuckman gave them a positive review on their movie Hellbender,
Right.
which I
Okay.
don't think is a good movie.
Cool. Yeah, I've seen some that Chris Stuckman often wonder where he's thinking, but he has a different head on now. He's just like,
true.
I know what it takes to make a movie, and
He's much more forgiving of certain movies. Yeah.
Yes. So I looked at this as a family that's making a movie, and then they got it bought from Shudder, and so they put it out, and so they're getting some sort of, and they've put out a number. So we're talking, even though they have different names, it's like husband and wife, it's son, daughter, they're all in the movie. They're all part of it, and the movie has a runtime, and it has some special effects.
The movie's almost 2 hours long.
Is it?
I'm
Why?
going to pause. I'm going to pause it to you. If you cut out 45 minutes of
Dude,
useless...
it's only an hour and 30 minutes long.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
No, shut up. I thought it was like an hour 50 something.
No. That's so funny. You're like, the movie's definitely 2 hours. Because in my review of it, I said it was an hour too long, which means I want the movie to be half an hour.
Okay. Well, that actually even reinforces my point even more. The amount of useless dialogue in this, and
That's
so
exactly what's wrong with this film.
unnatural delivery and writing. I mean, it is atrocious.
They have an office that is like the standard foreman office.
Yeah.
So much of this film is filmed in there. There's a person standing, and behind them is that sign, the exit sign, exit here, the green man sign.
Yeah.
That is such a terrible shot when it comes to movie making. It's awfully boring, and they have so much shot in there that I just thought, with the amount of gore and special effects that you have scattered throughout your film, that is good and really fun, to then have this stark contrast or just like ultimate boring stuff. Okay, so that's pivoted with some quirky dialogue, but it's not good enough for an hour of padding.
Every time there were conversations, I wanted to gouge my ears and my eyes because the dialogue was, and I'm sorry, I mean, I don't like to bag on movies because the amount of time and effort that goes into this, but the writing in this should have been done by somebody else. It was delivered in such an uninteresting way, and it comes across as so unnatural as a real conversation that it felt like they were searching for what
N-
to say.
The way I see it is that, like, when I was listening to the dialogue, it is funny and there's some good dialogue lines in there, but they were trying to copy aesthetic, something like Clerks, right? They're trying to be
Mm,
witty,
yeah.
but it didn't fit the narrative of the movie or the story that we were getting. So if you took that separately and then you look at the directing, there's so many times that they would deliver their line and there would be this weird pause.
Pause.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you what you do is you literally you take a few frames, you bring it forward, you
Yep.
have the audio run into the next scene.
Yep. You do an L at it, and yeah,
That's just first level, first
editing.
year at uni learning to film. You know, that's basic stuff. So the fact that that's still in this movie makes me go, did you run out of time? So this was your first draft and you didn't like then have other people look at it. Very frustrating.
Yeah. The some of the special effects were fun.
Yeah,
Some of the
absolutely.
practical effects were awesome.
Yeah.
I,
The beginning, when I didn't expect the explosion, and I just thought, dude, if you do that in your movie from now on, I'm down.
right? And we get some of those, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And even a couple of times where it is clearly CGI creature creation,
Mm.
I didn't care because it was
It was
funny and
gross.
campy enough, and
Mm.
it was gross and it was
Yeah,
unique.
yeah,
And I was like, good for you. The
yeah.
There are some times where you have this very pretty scientist, I guess, who, I mean, a female scientist and then a guy scientist, and their interactions felt almost like a terrible porno.
They don't even make sense, their interactions.
They don't.
Or what they're looking at, like just structure of a scene from their responses.
Yeah.
All I can think is that they had a number of takes and they just kind of splice it together to sort of make sense. But if you're watching as a viewer, you're like, who are you talking to? Your
Yeah.
dialogue response doesn't make any sense to what the hell is actually going on. No human would ever respond that way.
No. I wanted even some over the shoulder shots or something like
Yeah.
that so that we know that you're talking to the character and not just all of these pickups.
You know when you say I could have done that better, and you feel it makes it feels like you're being so prideful or surety, like if you could have done it, do it better. I feel like we totally could have, if you at least shown it to some other directors to have some pointers saying, give me some ideas of what we're missing from this, because there is a fun story here.
There is something interesting in the story. Like the concept itself,
Yeah,
I think is very unique.
yeah,
But it doesn't, the hell hole makes no sense.
no,
And I think even with how they directed it, I truly believe that we could go in and edit it better, make it
absolutely.
tighter.
That would be such a fun experiment.
And I
Yeah,
mean, you would have to deal with. I mean, some of the shots are just how they are. You know what I mean? Like
there's
you
nothing you
definitely
can't fix
need.
that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that. But I mean, just tightening it up,
Yeah,
I
just
think could.
cutting out that padding would make it the tempo of it run better. Yeah.
And portions of the dialogue that. Uh, why is it there?
There's this moment where they have a guy that's sitting on a chair, and I'm just trying to not do spoilers in case you go and watch
Is
this.
this when he's in the hallway?
Um,
I don't know. Go
no,
ahead.
no,
Finish
no.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's like their prisoner or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay, and the not the policewoman, the foreman lady is that's in charge is standing watch over him,
Mm-hmm.
and then her second in charge comes and says, "I will take over."
Mm-hmm.
An interaction occurs between him and this person, which was hilarious, and a stupid scene, and like so much of just what. But anyway, she comes back and goes, literally goes, "Oh, were you here in this room with him?" Uh, she literally just leaves him. Like she literally was with him and said, "Okay, yes, you can take over from me." So there's either an edit in here that wasn't looked at properly, or they just didn't give a crap. Because what the hell, man?
Yeah, yeah. It's unfortunate. I would recommend on Netflix watching the Polish Hellhole, which I believe is
Yes.
one word, not two words. Which and that is not a good movie,
No.
except for the end. The end is
Ending
batshit
bonkers.
crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
So I mean, it's worth sitting through just to get to the end. This movie has an interesting concept and core to its story, and it has some good practical / special effects.
Yeah.
It needs more time to be
It
edited.
needed a
And
few edits. Yeah.
yeah, the script needed to be reworked. So I didn't even do a review on this. I know that you dropped one today, but
I'd recorded it and then I wasn't going to, and then I was watching something. It's like, oh, I've got it. I might as well just
yeah,
throw it out. Yeah.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to do it because I figured, you know what, I'm going to be talking about it here, and that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our watch together,
Yes.
which is also one of the worst things we watched this week. But Ruben, did you have a little bit of poo that you watched this week?
I watched so much poo.
Okay.
But that was mostly what I think for Patreon.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was our worst thing, right?
Yeah, that's
We
our
watched-
worst thing.
That
But
wasn't
we
our watch
watched the
together.
movie. That wasn't our watch together. The movie that
That's right.
we hate watched together is Tarot or Tarot, depending on how you want to spell it. It's got the funny guy from Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
What's his bucket?
Yeah, what's his bucket?
Which might actually have been the best thing about this movie.
Jacob
To be
Batalon.
fair, I didn't mind him in this. See, I think you disliked this movie a lot more than I did because I had watched 2 previous films. I did 3 in one day. One of which was the Poughkeepsie tapes. The other one was Starry Eyes. And we're going to be talking about those 2 on our Patreon. And so I was just ready for something that was fine. And this movie was fine. And I felt it was better than I was expecting it to be. I think that's the best way to put it. Like I knew it was going to be bad, but I really liked some of the kills and the deaths. Does that make sense?
Yes and no.
Yes. No, okay.
I think the monster design in this
Yes.
is spectacular.
So cool. Yeah.
Like they are genuinely unsettling and creepy and just creative. And I'm like, yeah, that is outstanding.
Give us more of that. Yeah. That's
Yes.
what I enjoy. Yeah.
And then you have a PG-13 bloodless, almost bloodless
Yeah,
horror.
I was like, this movie is crying out for R-rated. With that monster design that is terrifying.
Yes.
You make this as a PG-13? What are you thinking?
Yeah, this was it was so impotent. It again with the terrible writing. Like everything was just telegraphed, everything is obvious, everything is spelled out like just from the word go. And you're like, ugh. I don't know. I was so bored while watching this.
Okay.
That was the thing, that it was so dull to me that that's where I was like, you have a decent concept.
I like the concept. I also know because we have a friend that is a witch, and there's one of the rules: you don't mess with other people's cards. Like,
Yeah.
just don't do it. And so, as soon as I saw them, touching this really old box, it's like Jumanji box,
Yeah, yeah.
with that symbolism on it. I'm like, don't touch that. My
Well,
voice
when
gets
they
high. Don't touch that.
when they go though into the attic or the basement, wherever they found that, all I could think was Evil Dead.
Oh yeah, they're
because
fantastic.
there's all kinds of creepy crap everywhere, you know?
The movie was screaming out for that sort of hard R rating. Had they done that, the deaths would have been so much cooler. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it
But were you not really creeped out by the one sort of Jack in the Box creature design that was following the dude in the lift?
again, yeah. That was that was excellent. And I'm so glad that there was a mid-credit scene
Yes.
because they answered
The
what
question
we
is, yes,
yeah,
yes. The whole movie is worth watching that one credit scene for.
I was a little disappointed. I mean, I liked the end, the post or mid credit scene because it was funny, but they could have also gone dark.
They could have totally gone that the dude
Uh
that was
huh.
with them was not the
Uh huh.
dude. Yeah,
Uh huh.
yeah.
That's where I thought they
I
were going to
actually thought
go.
that's where they were going. I thought kudos.
Yeah, that would have been like, okay, even though I kind of expected that and I wanted
Yeah,
that, I want you to give that to me because that's what
yeah,
I want.
yeah.
I,
But
I was just, this again, it was only 90 minutes
but
and
not
it
too
was
long.
boring. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, my wife fell asleep, which was
Well,
funny.
this was the best I watched that day. So
Oh gosh. I'm sorry, especially because you watch Poughkeepsie tapes. I can't wait to talk
I
with you on that one.
yeah, I looked at people really like that film, and yeah, wow.
Well, if you want to find out more about that, you can join us on Patreon because that is one of the two horror movies that we were talking about this week. But Tarot was terrible. Don't waste your time on it. Right? Even though it was the best out of the three that Ruben watched,
It was still bad.
that does not mean it's good. That
No,
just tells
and
you
it's the
what
best
he
of the
thought of
poo.
the others.
There were different levels of poo. I had different poos that week. Some
And
squishy and some were hard, and and
oh
others were just
gosh. Okay.
watery.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
which poo you like choosing the best poo out of the poo.
Mm. Gross.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to the comments then. On that note of poo, let's see here. Trying to find where we left off. Um, okay, Vince. Oh yeah, you do. Bunny Dojo, like Vince Vaughn. Dodgeball, one of the favorites. Yeah,
Yes.
Freaky was fun.
Oh, Freaky was great. He was really good in that.
He
And him
was.
seeing the mannerisms of him playing the female, I thought he was excellent. I thought, dude, yeah,
Yeah, I love that. I love in Fighting with My Family. He's
yes,
outstanding too.
excellent.
So yeah, that
See,
I mean,
bite-sized film pieces. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Anyone seen the Scarlett Johansson film Under the Skin?
Mm.
Weirdest film you've ever seen. Low budget. Surprised she did it. Under the Skin. Is that the one where she's like an alien?
Yeah, I didn't like that movie.
I haven't seen. No, I haven't seen this one. Okay. All right. Weird.
Was weird.
Oh, yep. Badger enjoyed Under the Skin, too. Oh, it was filmed with real members of the
That
public.
makes so much sense now. I didn't know that. Yeah, don't do
Oh.
that. Just get some actors, guys.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Bringing up here Jonathan Glazer's movie. He won the Oscar for Best Foreign Language on 2023 for Zone of Interest. He made famous Radiohead videos and Sexy Beast. I loved Sexy Beast. With
I think I found a director of films I don't like. Cool.
you didn't like Sexy Beast?
No.
Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that one with What's His Bucket.
Yeah, he's bucket in his face.
Yeah. Yep. Acolyte has been canceled. Star Wars
I
Justice.
feel sad for people that were enjoying it, but I didn't. Yeah. I don't know that I care enough to care anymore, if that makes sense. Like,
I haven't seen any Star Wars stuff for quite a while.
yeah, that's where it's at.
Yeah. I did see a meme this week. Have you heard the tale of Darth Plagueis?
Plagueis?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, well, you won't.
That's funny.
I was like, oh, okay. I don't totally get that. I mean, I've heard that saying before, and I guess it
Yeah.
was something was brought up in the Acolyte, but
Yes, that's funny. That's very funny. Touche.
oh, Glazer is a visionary filmmaker. Movies will stick with you.
Can't say I know the name, but okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just weird. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Hmm.
Peter Jackson film Bad Taste. I have that on my list to watch. I have not seen it though.
You should totally watch it.
I want to. I want to.
Full body horror.
Okay. Well, and remember, I mean, like Peter Jackson, you know, everybody thinks Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
but he did. Okay, so Bad Taste. He did
The Frighteners.
oh my gosh, which is
Seriously good. Yeah.
so great. But he did what's the one with Kate Winslet, like her breakout, and Melanie Linsky. Shoot, come on, seriously.
Don't know.
My brain. You
King
don't.
Kong.
You know this one.
Adaptation?
No, it's like one of his first movies.
Titanic?
What? No. What? Stop. Yes, he did Titanic. What are you talking about? Oh, Dangerous Creatures? Is that Heavenly Creatures?
Oh, Heavenly Creatures.
Yeah,
He did
don't you
have
remember?
Heavenly Creatures?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's done some weird movies at the beginning, which yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, he did do that.
And Yasi agreeing that Under the Skin, unique, not bad. Bad Taste, Brain Damaged, love those. Bit too young, so creative and gory, such a small budget. See, that's why I want to see them, because they're just, and apparently Meet the Feebles also. I don't know if that's good or not, but I've heard that one also is like, can be kind of weird and strange. Bad Taste is quotable. Outstanding. That's oh, Drinking the Puke.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. I need to go and remind myself.
That sounds disgusting. My oldest watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space for the first time this week, and I was like, oh, I love that movie. Do you like that movie?
Which one?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes, I do, actually. Even though I don't like clowns, that is a funny film.
No, yes. Oh, does your shirt say "fuck cancer"?
Yes, it does.
I
Yeah.
can't read. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Avoid anything about long legs. Avoid anything about strange darling. Just go in on a lot of these blind, and you'll be better. The thumbnail on the Hellhole trailer. Oh, I haven't even seen that. I have to watch that. Is there a Discord for this group? Like to chat more? We don't have a Discord, an official one. You all can set one up.
That'd be fun though to have a movie night. We've been talking about that for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With. If you guys want to organize one, I'm sure we could,
join
pop
in.
Yeah.
Dusk. Did you see Jackpot with John Cena? Yes, I did. Ruben did also.
I liked it. Yeah. I'm guessing you didn't.
I was pissed. I was insulted by the terrible writing.
Okay.
I was mad. I was getting mad. I actually got up and left the room.
You didn't like John Cena and Aquafina together? All the really great choreographed action scenes they were doing?
I enjoyed bits of it.
Okay.
As a whole, though, I felt it was written for Americans.
I'm not American.
I know, but I still felt it was written for Americans.
Okay. Maybe I just didn't get what you were being insulted by. Yes, little Ruben, like, oh, cool. Look, he's been throwing her, using her as a thing.
Yeah, no, there were cute
I just thought
moments.
it's a comedy, but a funny take on
The Purge.
Purge, yeah.
Yeah, it was unique. Yeah. Anyway, wrote on the Hellhole trailer comments, I cursed the day this movie was made.
That's funny.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, Mr. Flickster, you enjoyed Tarot. Okay. You might be the only person.
I don't think you're the only person, dude.
No.
Pooh
Wars.
Yeah.
Andre. 5 Days at Memorial. Oh, that's at was it Apple?
Yeah, I won't be watching that. Yeah.
Oh, that was brutal. That was it. Yeah, I liked that. That was a good one. It was tough.
Yeah, I started it and I was like, yeah, I'm not in the right mindset to be watching this. Yeah.
Well, and because it's based on
Hmm.
true happenings, it makes it
Yeah.
even harder to watch. Yeah.
Does.
Vince Vaughn in that movie where he goes to prison.
That actually
Yes.
does ring a bell. I know that's very vague, but I actually do know.
I know what movie you're talking about. I'm looking it up though, so I can give it Brawl in Cell Block 99 from 2017.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But I thought it was going to be called.
Former boxer turned drug runner lands in a prison battleground after a deal gets deadly.
Right.
He's got this brutal cross tattoo on the back of his head.
Okay. Nice.
Cool.
Do
Okay.
it.
Star Wars has been on your poo list for quite a while. Need more Star Trek. Yes,
I agree.
I would.
Yes. At this stage, Trek is far better. Yeah.
Yeah. Clever editing. Yeah, it did leave the violence up to the imagination on some of it. I was yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and
you enjoyed.
I do agree that they don't need gore to be scary. Clever scripts, innovative direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think it has a clever script. That's all. But the creature design.
Chris is just grumpy. Oh.
I'm grumpy. Well, I am grumpy. I'm all the time. I'm like, what's his bucket? Hulk. You know, grumpy all the time.
I'm always angry.
Yeah, exactly. Netflix film Caliber.
I feel like we've
wanna
watched and reviewed this one.
I want to say I've seen this one. Jack Loudon is in it, which I did see this. Recently too.
A shocking deed turned into a week. Yeah, I swear we've seen this.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
No. I don't either, but I think we've seen
Yep, Vince Vaughn, really good and freaky, great movie. Peter Jackson is one of those truly talented people who can write, film, produce, and act. No wonder he was able to choreograph huge projects like Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that was a huge undertaking. I did not enjoy The Hobbit split into the immense long parts that it was, but jackpot disappointed. See? There you go. See, Ruben?
Okay.
I had one person agree with me, so there you go. Yeah. I win.
you would.
I don't know what I win. Yeah, exactly, right? Oh.
Just being sad because you didn't like the movie.
If I could predict exactly what multiple characters are going to say in what order and even how they're going to say it is quite common for me in modern film. Yeah, unfortunately, we do.
So predictable, isn't it? Some of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally, sometimes I joke. I go, I bet he says, I'll be back now. You know, something, a line. And they're like, they literally say that line. And you're like, seriously?
And a hand in head, right?
That's
and just
the
like,
extent of your talent. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, bad. Yeah. Lazy movies, lazy writing. Ugh. Top 10 80s movies. So you've listed Raiders, Back to the Future, First Blood, Rocky II, Return of the Jedi, Jaws, RoboCop, Commando, Predator, and Terminator.
What about, what's the name films? John Hughes.
Yeah, I was going to say there's Ferris
All of these
Bueller, there's Better Off Dead. Raiders is great.
E.T.
There's a lot. Jaws
Goonies.
is 70s. So
Yeah, Jaws is older than that. Yeah. E.T., Goonies.
Goonies, yeah, absolutely.
Never-ending Story, Flight of a Navigator. Oh, you don't like the Never-ending Story?
No, I do. I think it's horrifying. We actually had a large family conversation about that this week, and it's
Oh,
just,
really?
I can't
Okay.
do it. I can't do it. It's just too emotionally messed up.
Because of the horse.
The whole thing. Come on. I mean, that's a boy trapped in a creepy attic inside a library during the storm. I mean, there is
I
a
love that
reason that
film.
our
It's so good.
generation is like
Scarred,
so
yeah.
messed up and so resilient all at the same
Films
time.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Batteries not included. That's a great one.
There's a lot there. I mean, gosh, 80s movies. That would be
just the 80s.
Yeah. Vince Vaughn catch Return to Paradise with Joaquin
Phoenix. Okay.
I don't Return to Paradise. Have you seen that? I don't even know what that is. I don't think.
I know of it. Yeah, but I haven't seen it. Artex, you're sinking.
Oh, that.
It's all right, Kalki. You're just sad and tired. I'll come over this way.
Oh, I think I've seen part of this. Return to Paradise with Vince Vaughn, Anne Hesh, and Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, two friends must choose whether to help a third friend who is arrested in Malaysia for drug possession. I think I've seen that.
Give me a name, bastard. They
Good
look
soundtrack.
like big, strong hands, don't they? That was devastating as well. This film was dark.
Yeah. What the hell is with the wolf coming out with the eyes and stuff
the
like
Moloch.
that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, that is not a children's movie. What in the crap? See, this is why we are messed up.
Great video essay in that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Good soundtracks. I agree. Great soundtracks and scores in movies. They only enhance the film.
For sure.
Yeah.
Case in point, Tron, the latest Tron.
Yeah, well, and I'm excited. We were actually talking about this as a family too, which is weird. But the Daft Punk is off the charts outstanding. That score and stuff. 9 Inch Nails, or at least Trenton Reznor, is doing, and Atticus Ross are doing the new Tron.
Yes, but the new Tron's going to be starring. What's his?
I know, but we'll see. Let's not get caught up in that. Let's just say that, you know what, maybe it's going to be good.
That's one of my favorite films. So
I saw it in IMAX like 2 or 3 times.
It's so good.
Yeah, it was. Why was The Hobbit a trilogy again? Money. That's because money. Oh yeah, Planes, Trains, Automobiles.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Have you read the book, Ruben, of Neverending Story?
No, I was scared it would put me in it. Also, it's never ending.
Yeah. Artax! Oh, Beverly Hills Cop. 80s flick. There you go. I'm glad you enjoyed the new one. No. Yeah, Vera Farmiga. 5 Days at Memorial. Stunning. Oh, yeah, dude, it is.
Yeah, I can see why you would be. Yeah.
Yeah, it is just horrible. Yeah. Can't just name the princess. The Thing.
Oh, there you go. The Thing.
Yes. Yes.
Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Wait. Oh, Showdown. What? Oh, I don't know. Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, definitely Big Trouble in Little China.
I watched that again for the first time this year. So, hey, there you go. Was Joaquin Phoenix in Parenthood?
Possible.
See, I don't know. Maybe. Could have been. Love Badger's just. Look at what you see. I see nothing, Mummy. Keep running, honey. Oh, gosh. Okay. Ruben.
Let's go to entertainment news.
Yes. Let me see here. So, what happened to my other bit of news?
I think we're going to talk about the Acolyte being canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, but I had
covered.
Which we've already covered. I had something else though, and I don't know where it went. Pooh. I left it on a note on my laptop, and I didn't put it into my Google Docs folder.
You can't remember what it was?
No, that's why I put it in the document, so I don't have to remember it. What do you?
Don't have to. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's why I have a digital calendar. You know, don't you remember what's coming up? No, I put it in there so I don't have to remember.
Okay, cool. Borderlands 4 was officially announced, and they did a little teaser for it. So I'm very excited about that. it's like the writers and the creators of Gearsoft and 2K went, okay, we we see your sorrowful pain. We're just letting you know there's a new game coming. Don't worry about the movie.
So they're actually kind of trying to redirect away from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
poo so that it doesn't affect
yeah. Oh, and the
the
game is like
franchise.
it's coming out next year, so it's almost done.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Is this one of the? Is this considered a AAA game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see noob here who doesn't
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
do
Yeah.
gaming
I
very much.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I'm scrolling through to see if
Okay. The Last of Us season 2 is as wrapped filming, and will be
ooh.
scheduled releasing on HBO in 2025. So that's exciting. There's A24 is doing Friday the 13th prequel series called Crystal Lake, and it's apparently still happening.
Oh, that reminds me. There's a movie on Max that was going to be theatrically released, and then they just yesterday, I think, pivoted so that it's going to be going straight to Max.
It was going to have a cinema release and HBO, but now it's just going straight to HBO.
Yeah. Let me
Was it
see.
an animated film?
No.
Okay.
It was oh, here's the other thing too that did you see that Lionsgate fired a whole bunch of marketing people because they used AI to generate quotes for Megalopolis?
What fake quotes?
Yeah.
It was just AI saying, "Oh, this film." Blah, blah,
And they
blah.
put it on posters and stuff like that.
But
Yeah.
who were they saying it was from?
I don't know. But
That's just outright lying.
yeah, well that's why people got fired.
How did people find out that that was a AI quote? Interesting.
I don't yeah, I don't know. I didn't read into the
Whoopsie.
into it, yeah, but sorry, I'm
I
trying to
understand
look up.
using AI to help write and better your articles, your research, and put it into cohesive. There's ways you can use it for entertainment medium to make it good to use it. But the idea is to use it, not to let it use you, right?
Yes.
George R. Martin was asked if there was one thing he'd change about his books. Do you know what he said?
No, what? That he wouldn't
Uh,
sell those rights?
no, no, no. If I could change one thing, I'd have them finished.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, even
Yes.
he knows that him not having finished them yet is an issue.
Well, and I don't know. Does anybody believe that he's actually going to do it?
I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to find out what the maybe it was on Deadline. The
Well, the Lando Calrissian, I don't know if we spoke about this before, but since we're talking about Star Wars and what's been cancelled, there was the Donald Glover was going to be Lando Calrissian in a TV series for Star Wars, and that was shelved as well. Which I'm kind of sad by because Donald Glover one is a great actor, but then I'm kind of happy with it because the writing for the Star Wars series hasn't been great at all. So yeah. Okay, that's all my news.
yeah. I wish I could. Salem's Lot. There we go. Frickin'
Oh,
frack.
the Stephen King
Yeah, they were.
adaptation.
Yeah, New Line was remaking the 75, his novel from 1975.
Right.
You know, it was made into a film. They were
Yeah.
rebooting it, remaking it, and it was set to come out this fall
Right.
in October in the
11th of
theaters.
October. Okay. Yeah.
It is now going straight to Max.
Wow.
So there you go. I don't know what that
Okay.
means, but especially though after the what's his name, Zaslav, whatever is that's running Warner Brothers.
Mm.
Like he was like, we believe in theatrical releases,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
Not
his
just going
property is
straight.
going straight to
Gary Duberman, that dude,
who? Who's Gary
the guy
Duberman?
that's directing Salem's Lot.
Oh, uh-huh.
I thought that's who you were talking about.
Oh, no. David Zaslav or whatever. He's the head of Warner Brothers Discovery.
Oh, right.
Like he's the
Okay.
dude who like canned all those movies, shelved them, deleted them,
Oh, that dude.
sold them off. Yeah, that dude.
Great.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Things that are coming out this week.
Let's do it.
Okay. Rings of Power season 2.
That's this week.
That is. Yeah. I think on Thursday the 29th.
I asked for screeners, but I just got, yeah, we'll let you know if those become available. And that's the last I've heard.
They're showing the first 2 episodes in theaters again.
Oh, they're doing that. Okay.
Yeah. I could go. I don't think I'm going to.
I don't know if it's worth reviewing it, sadly, because of the hate
Yeah.
that has spawned from it. So I might just watch it and enjoy it for myself. I loved the first season. Loved it.
I just finished it this
Okay.
week.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I did not see. I thought the one person I thought was somebody was not that person. And I'm like,
Nice.
what?
Yeah. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So, a movie that came out at Fright Fest, Pigeon.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
it called? Pigeon
that
something
comes-
Fright Fest.
Yeah.
Broken Bird.
Hmm.
It came out last week, I think, and it's coming out on VOD or it's coming out in other theaters. Have you watched
Yeah, I
this
think
yet?
it only I haven't watched it. I think it only comes to cinema like this week. So
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'll be watching that. That's good. Chaos on Netflix
yes.
with Jeff Goldblum. Have you started watching this?
I haven't started watching it, but I'm looking forward to it.
I'm
Should I not be
enjoying
looking forward to
modern
it?
twist. No,
Okay.
I'm enjoying the modern twist on Greek mythology. Like
Yeah.
it has me like constantly looking up the gods and demigod names to see
Yeah.
who they are and what type of role
Yeah,
they play
and
because I'm
see-
very intrigued. Yeah.
Is there mystical abilities in it? Like, do they actually show off what they can do?
It's well, the premise of it is that Zeus, who's played by
Who's Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum.
yeah, Jeff Goldblum, is having like a midlife crisis.
Right. Okay.
And that causes him to question things and believe that certain things are coming about. And so it's
But Goldblum must be excellent in this.
he's exactly what you would think he's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure as a binge.
Interesting.
Like
okay.
like I've watched they're hour-long episodes, and I think there's
wow.
8 of them.
Are they really?
It's a chunky series. So
Okay.
I've watched 2,
Yeah.
maybe 3 episodes. I'm enjoying it for the most part, and I like kind of where it's going, but it's also a lot. So
Okay.
yeah.
The thing I'm most looking forward to this week is, of course, Terminator Zero, that drops this week. So
Is that the anime?
yes,
What's that coming on? Is that Netflix?
that's Netflix. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's a Netflix original anime. Yeah,
Okay.
by Studio IG, which are very good.
Okay. What else have they done?
They do a lot of collaborations with Netflix on their animation.
Oh, okay. So they have parts or hands in some of the other series that the
For sure.
Okay.
I'm looking up now to remind myself. Let's see. They do a lot of anime. Jeez. Great Pretender. Do you remember that one on Netflix? That was really great. It's a heist one, an anime. If anime that is quality, they take their time doing it. They won't just kick it out. They'll work on it for years. Pretty sure they produced or at least were involved in Attack on Titan in a big way. So it's like that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, all of that. Yeah.
One of the ones that I am really looking forward to this week. It was in theaters. I think a week ago, like
Hmm.
probably limited, but it's called The Deliverance.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I don't know. We're gonna it's like a thriller type of thing, I
Hmm.
think. Yeah. So we'll see. It darkness, possession, and finding a higher power.
What's that on?
Netflix comes on Friday, the 30th.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay.
It's got Glenn Close, Ingenue Ellis Taylor, and
Hmm.
Monique. So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
and
good
Andra
cast.
Day. She's the star. Andra Day is the star of it. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all I've got. I don't know anymore.
I don't have any more either. That's I
Uh,
thought there would be more, but you would think,
hmm.
but no, not so
Hmm.
much.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Should we finish up in the comments?
Yeah. Let's see what everybody's
Okay.
chatting about.
Cool. We got a bunch of people to chat with and see what's going on here. Let's see. 80s. Okay. Empire Strikes Back, Breakfast Club, going back to these movies. Do the Right Thing, Raging Bull. Yeah, immediately the ones that come to mind. Oh, yeah. The Thing. Born in 76. So, yeah, 80s, 90s movies are the best. Renting VHS videos, watching the trailers before the film. Oh, my gosh. That's, yes. The Fly. Earth Girls Are Easy. Isn't Goldblum in both of those? Gina Davis was in both of those, right? Is Gina
It's
Davis
definitely
in
in The
it?
Fly.
Yeah, I want to say okay, and Conan. It's been forever since I've seen Conan. Let's see, Megalopolis and also Captain Doom. Captain Doom. I don't even know what that is. Fake AI trailers creating commotions. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Anything with Jeff Goldblum. That's
I agree. Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
good. I mean, he's
Yeah.
yeah. The Fly. That is a. I remember. Do you remember seeing that as a kid, or like as an
Yeah.
early teenager, something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that?
That
And
messed me
just
up. Yeah.
when the whole thing about the proboscis, and then when we
Oh.
see it happen, and you're like,
I was more scared when, like, in The Fly just going into the machine. When I was like, no, the fly's no, because you just know that's going to be bad.
oh my gosh, the body horror of that
Oh,
movie
so good.
is spectacular.
I even like The Fly
Oh,
too.
I haven't seen that one.
No, okay.
Hmm.
It's
Is that
fun.
Son of Fly?
Fly Squared.
Yeah, Fly Squared. There you go. Even the big video game companies refuse to rule out using AI to replicate actors' voice and image without consent. See, I think that is a
Yeah,
no-no.
bull crap, man. Yeah.
It is, as it should be a wide concern, because you should not be able to use somebody else's likeness in any shape or form without their
I
consent.
saw one of my favorite creators this week do a review. They'd used his voice and his likeness, like an AI voice likeness and his face likeness on an app. And he did a whole what's his name? He does the funny movie reviews, but they're not really reviews. They're just kind of takes. You definitely have watched it. Screen.
Oh, is it
Good Lord, I can't think of his name right now.
they do the is it the one they do the ones with the pitch meetings?
The big eyes. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The big eyes,
I know who you're
So
talking
he
about.
has
Yeah.
his own channel.
Uh-huh.
And
And
he
somebody
did a
did
video.
that?
Yeah.
Uh,
They didn't
That's
ask him. He didn't-
ballsy.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you're taking you or I, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
relatively nobody's, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're taking some dude that has like what 1 million subscribers or something. I
Yeah,
mean,
more
so
than-
many
yeah,
people
yeah.
watch his stuff. So wow.
Pitch meetings or pitch.
Yeah, those, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Donald Glover, Lando in the Solo film. Yes, he was. Donald Glover was Lando in the Solo
Yeah.
film.
They were going to do a series with him. Yeah.
Thoughts, Ruben? What are your thoughts on the decision to release the Infinity Castle arc as a movie trilogy instead of as the final season 5 of Demon
Fantastic.
Slayer?
It's great. It's 3 movies, and if their animation has been as epic as the last episode of the 4th season, or I think that's the 4th season because the final season is, it just I saw some of the comments was like, when you see money being printed on the screen, just being thrown at the screen, that's when you know it's good. Phenomenal. Like the whole thing was just a training arc. The Hiroshima, not Hiroshima, however you pronounce that arc.
Okay.
It was training, like a training montage of like 7 episodes, and still fun, great to see your characters. But the last episode was 45 minutes long, and it was just spectacular, and then ended on a big cliffhanger that's going to lead us to actually coming to an end of a storyline, which is great. With 3 movies, I'm down for that.
Wow.
Spectacular story. Yeah.
Nice. Did you say Doobie Man?
Yeah.
Don't mind if you do. There you go. Watch Beetlejuice again last weekend. Hasn't aged too well, but probably watch the sequel anyway. I am going to see the sequel. I have a screening of it in...
Oh, you do? I'm super jealous.
On the 3rd. Yeah, which it comes out like the 5th or the 6th, so it's not... We'll see. Yeah, I'm not the massivest fan of the original. I mean, I like it.
Again, it's nostalgia, I think. So yeah, I do wonder what I'll feel like when going back to it.
Yeah, because how much of it really holds up?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I do know that I love seeing what's his face again in the role.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you see he did a commencement speech recently at some university, and he finished it with "I am Batman."
That's awesome. Of course. Why wouldn't you? I would do
Dude,
that. If
could
I
you
was
imagine being there?
Yeah. That'd be legendary.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, Badger rewatched The Fly recently. Oh, that's good. It holds up, huh?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Chaos on your list. Good. Yeah, I'm liking it. I mean, I don't know. I'm very few episodes into it, so can't speak. Yeah. So happy you liked Rings of Power. Yeah, the toxic negativity around these shows. I mean, that's why we choose not to do certain reviews sometimes. Yeah. For my mental space.
I honestly kind of want to watch it all again because it was so epic.
I watched it from episode 2 on. Yeah.
Like in one sitting.
No, over 2 days, I think.
So then then it's like a one story. It's just broken up into chapters. Yeah.
I think I felt that the Harfoot storyline it didn't really get a lot of focus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like more. I mean, at the end, it definitely got more prominence.
Yeah.
But throughout the majority of it, I felt like it was almost like an afterthought. So I don't know. Which it's always a thing and difficult when you're telling a multi-pronged story, like, you know what I mean, like this, and you don't have 3 hours in which to tell it. You're breaking it up.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So, miss director's commentaries, other bonus features. You only use streaming services. That would be an outstanding addition to have all the
Sometimes
bonus features.
You get that, when you buy a digital copy, and you get these clips and whatever. But that's the whole reason why physical media is a must. Because one of your favorite films, you're like, I really want to know why the director did this. Let's watch the commentary,
I remember, and this is weird and off the, anyway, tangent, but it's related. My wife and I were recommended years and years and years ago this French film called Cachet. And we watched it, and it was just kind of flat to us. Like, we were like, okay. I mean, it was filmed well, and it was, it was a decent story, but it didn't resonate with us. We watched the director's commentary afterwards, and holy crap, I wish we would have watched it first, because we were not French. We didn't have the cultural context for what was being brought into the movie. You know what I mean? And so once a director had mentioned all of these things and how it related to the zeitgeist, the culture, everything that was feeding into the story, we were like, oh my gosh, what a wonderful film. You know, because as Americans, we now had the context to go into it. And I just, you know, sometimes, so it enhanced the movie. I think that's where my point is, that it's just, you know, we had something that was like, ooh, hey, here you go. Here's something to make the film better, or so that you can understand it.
What made you go back and watch the commentary?
Oh, we watched it right after, like as we were, because we were like, what's the hype with this film?
Oh, I see. Okay.
It was like, why are everybody like chattering about this? And we had rented it, and so it was on DVD, so it had the you know, the director's commentary and some of the special features. And so the only thing we watched was the director's commentary, or an interview more so. It wasn't director's commentary like over the entire film. It was just an interview with the director. And wow. I mean, talk about like reshaping the viewing portal in which you watch the movie.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Physical media, man. It's the way to go.
Absolutely. Practical effects of the 80s movies like The Fly and The Thing makes them really hold up.
I agree. Yeah.
As much as you might want to laugh at some of them, I saw somebody on Twitter or Instagram who was showcasing like a poster that they had of From Beyond and The Thing. On the wall was this twisted face, which I think came from Beyond, and then down was like more of the spider thing. And I was like, I mean, this was an actual prop like thing. No way in the world could I put this in my house, even though I would love to have it.
Yeah.
I have all these freaky masks to my left on this stand, and they
some of them
face,
are really creepy, dude.
yeah, they face the doorway, and I don't have a door. I just have a curtain now. And my son, who lives at home, like when he will get up really early or something like that to go to work, and there's not really any lights on, but just something reflecting off, he'll see that and go,
Yeah, I'd be like, close the curtain, man.
yeah, no. Tim Burton visionary, absolutely.
Big Fish is great. I love Big Fish. Yeah,
he has an eye. I love his. I mean, it's unique, right? I love directors that embrace their style and then run with it. Badger gave Rings of Power. Try at the time. Very poor writing in your view. Did you watch the whole thing? I don't know. I enjoyed it, but
yeah, I don't think the writing was bad. I mean, probably if you're close to the source material, you might go into it thinking, but that's not how I would have written the character, because you have a perception of how the character should be from the source material, so it gives you that view. But what they've done is they've taken bits of the world and kind of given their own vision to it, which I think is allowed. So I know it's very hard to please people, and you know, if he's too close to it. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
he is. Yeah, he's very close to it.
Which I think that's with anything, right? When you're
sure
so close, because it's so hard to capture.
I mean, for me, I absolutely love Ready Player One, the book and the audio. It's like phenomenal.
Will Wheaton reading that is brilliant.
Probably going to be in my all-time favorite audiobooks because of what Will Wheaton did. Now, I love the film, but for me, it's not a patch on what the audiobook brings.
It captured the heart of the book.
Yeah.
But the book makes the movie pale in comparison.
Yeah.
People have been telling me to, over the last, I don't know, months or something like that, Andy Weir's project Hail Mary. You know, he wrote The Martian, and then Ridley Scott did the movie, which I absolutely love the movie.
Yeah.
So I bought the physical book of Ready Player One, Project Hail Mary.
Right.
But everybody was saying, oh my gosh, you need to listen to the audiobook. Holy crap. So I did. I bought it on Audible, and I have not read the physical book. I only listened to it. You need to listen to this. This is a book that as an audiobook is brilliant because there are characteristics of the storytelling that are dependent on audio. And so to be able to hear that, and the guy who narrates it,
Yeah.
holy frick, dude,
He's very talented.
nails it.
So that's the book based on The Martian.
No. This is the new book. This is a different book.
Oh.
Space travel. The movie is coming out. I am very intrigued to see where they're going, how they're going to do the movie, which also makes me very nervous because it's like I now have this character in my head from hearing it, you know. And if they don't get the timing right and the inflection and stuff, because it's a very isolated type of story for a lot of it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, anyway.
Well, I definitely want to listen to that audiobook now. Yeah.
Do it. Totally worth the purchase. Or if you can, borrow it from the library or whatever. First DVDs you ever bought: Austin Powers, Spy Who Shagged Me, Something About Mary, and The Matrix. Amazing bonus features and commentaries. One of the first DVDs I ever bought was Twister. And I bought it when I bought my DVD player and my surround sound system. And I would crank it up and just have the windows shake from all the bass. And
it's such a good film. Yeah.
Yeah. Crochet a while and listen. She and her husband are listening to audiobooks of Wheel of Time. Yeah.
I mean, the books are big. They're this
Are
big.
they chunky?
Chunky. So, I can understand why fans weren't a fan of the Wheel of Time adaptation to the series, because there would be so much left out. I still enjoyed, but we've only read one book and we've only seen the first season, so but we'll see where they go with it. Yeah.
Nice. Fantasy is difficult to adapt. It would be great to have more and more of it. I think, though, for that to happen, we need to go to the theater. Hit up the cinema and buy the tickets. Go see Strange Darling. Seen the movie Synchronic. Jamie Dornan, Anthony Mackie. I
heard it was poo. So
that's what I heard, so I didn't watch it. I have not seen it, though. So,
and it looked poo, to be honest.
Yeah, interesting movie. Fair enough. Yeah, maybe at some point I'll give it a watch. It's not high on my list, though. So, Hail Mary audiobook. Right when he's talking about at the very beginning, when he's trying to figure himself out, I'm not going to give it all away, but he's like, I like this. I'm this. Oh, please. I don't like where this is heading. Which means nothing to anybody else who's not read the book, but there's these things, and you hear, it's like stream of consciousness, this person thinking to themselves, except we're hearing the thoughts, and it is just, the delivery's hilarious. So anyway, okay. Everybody, I think we're done. We're caught up in the comments. So thanks everybody for joining us. It has been a great time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Ruben with the Ruby Tuesday. Me, Chris. Movies and Munchies. We have our Patreon opportunity at patreon.com/thebeardedOnes. It's on the screen. It's in the description. Several new reviews coming this week.
Reviews. Okay.
Oh, but
I was trying to guess what you were going to say. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have a ton of movies, or a ton of content, right? Over 100 videos, which is insane. And it starts at £1. There's even a couple outside the paywall. So there you go. You can do that. Hitting up the last of the comments. Badger, seeing Willow when you were a kid. Whole experience was magical. I just watched Willow for the first time, I think, or it had been forever since I'd seen it. I didn't enjoy it.
Stupid Peck.
Yeah, it was okay there. Yeah. Not another Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's absolutely sweet. Peace and love, movie geeks. Yeah, absolutely. We love having you all. It has been outstanding.
Thanks for your time, guys. We appreciate
Yeah,
you all.
absolutely. We will see you next week. Okay. Take care.